My name is Barry Allen. I am the fastest man alive.
Super speed. Charm. The ability to consume food in unprecedented quantities. The Flash, a superhero with a yellow lightning bolt on his chest, is one of the most iconic characters in the DC universe. But who created him? What's his connection to time travel and multiverses? And why it's futile to argue which version of the Flash is the best? You'll find out in our video about this legendary DC character. In the DC universe, several individuals have held the title of the fastest person on Earth at various points in time. However, 3 of them stand out the most: Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, and Wally West. The first person to don the costume with the lightning bolt was Garrick, created in 1940 by artist Harry Lampert and writer Gardner Fox. In the first issue of the comic, a young college student gains superpowers through a laboratory accident. Initially, Jay Garrick used his abilities to excel in football, but later, he had a change of heart and embarked on a path to fight crime. The initial Flash costume was inspired by the swift-footed Greek god Hermes, and subsequently, the Flash in the comics came to symbolize scientific progress and faith in the future. However, Jay Garrick remained the embodiment of noble and joyful superheroes from the golden age of comics, characterized as a rather conservative and one-dimensional character. This is why most people associate the Flash with another name, Barry Allen. Allen made his debut in the 4th issue of Showcase Comics in October 1956, becoming not only the first superhero of the so-called Silver Age of comics, but also one of the early examples of a character reboot. It was with him that the canonical image was established, the red and yellow costume with the lightning bolt. It was also during this time that Barry's character traits emerged prominently: a kinship with Superman in his belief in goodness and justice, awkward humor, and leadership ambitions. However, unlike his Kryptonian colleague, the Flash didn't carry the burden of being a god or the weight of the world's responsibility. Barry wasn't motivated by tragedy, as many superheroes of that era were. He simply felt it was the right thing to do to fight evil and help people. Barry Allen was created by writer Robert Kanigher and artist Carmine Infantino, with the assistance of editor Julius Schwartz, one of the architects of the superhero reboot, who later devised the modern version of another 1940s hero, the Green Lantern. Allen became one of the co-founders of the legendary Justice League, and it was through the Flash that comic book readers first learned about the existence of multiple alternative universes. In the storyline The Flash of Two Worlds, Barry Allen met Jay Garrick, and from then on, the collision of different versions of the same character with each other became a hallmark of the Flash. In 1986, Barry's nephew, Wally West, took up the mantle and costume of the speedster superhero. Beyond the comic book pages, the Flash appeared for several decades, only in television projects, in the 1973 animated series Super Friends by Hanna-Barbera, and Legends of the Superheroes in 1979. Finally, in 1990, he received his own solo TV series, The Flash. This version of the iconic character fully adhered to the conventions of television superhero storytelling of that time: an adult, masculine hero with a strong sense of morality, battling against blatant evil. Interestingly, in the TV series, a villain known as the Trickster was portrayed by Mark Hamill, but even this couldn't help the show last beyond one season. Following that, the Flash often appeared as a secondary, comedic character in other DC projects. He made appearances in animated films and series featuring Superman and the Justice League, in the LEGO universe, and even in Smallville, a series about Superman's youth. In 2013, Barry Allen made his debut in the TV series Arrow on the CW channel. Following his introduction, the Flash received his own solo series and became a central character in the CW's television universe, which fans have come to know as the Arrowverse. Despite limited budgets and skepticism from many viewers, the CW managed to build a genuine universe that rivaled the comics in terms of the number of characters and intricate plot lines. Alongside the Flash and Arrow, the primary heroes in this universe included Supergirl, the time-traveling Legends, Black Lightning, and Batwoman. Grant Gustin's portrayal of the Flash deviates from the conventional stern DC hero image. He is more carefree, romantic, and cheerful. In the TV series version, just like in the newer comics, Barry's story begins with the tragic death of his mother, which adds a more psychologically complex undertone to his quest for justice and righteousness. Grant Gustin's portrayal of the Flash, like the entire Arrowverse, is geared towards a teenage audience, with a rating of 12 and up. It places a strong emphasis on romantic relationships and melodramatic conflicts, featuring a cast shared with popular teen series like Glee and Teen Wolf. In the DC Cinematic Universe, the role of the Flash went to the flamboyant Ezra Miller. He first played this role in Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman film. Initially, we see the Flash from the future, leaving a cryptic warning for Bruce Wayne. And then we witness Barry preventing a grocery store robbery. As in the comics, in the DC Cinematic Universe, the Flash became a member of the Justice League. In the eponymous film, audiences had the opportunity to truly get to know the new Flash. Awkward, but funny and endearing.
Barry Allen, Bruce Wayne.
You said that like it explains why there's a total stranger in my place, sitting in the dark, in my second favorite chair.
Ezra's portrayal turns Barry into a typical representation of the millennial generation, an ironic adult child who desperately wants to make friends.
Can I keep this?
The speedster superhero gets even more screen time in the so-called Snyder Cut, the director's version of Justice League, intended for the HBO Max streaming platform. In 2023, a standalone full-length Flash film was released. Although it didn't perform well at the box office, it still has some positive aspects. For example, the main character spends the entire film trying to come to terms with the inevitability of the present and his inability to change the past as he wishes. The film delivers a message that few anticipated from a comic book movie, surprising audiences with its unexpected themes. Debates over who the best Flash is never seem to die down, but it's precisely this diversity of the superhero that makes him exceptionally appealing. Everyone has their favorite speedster. Different versions of the Flash exist in both the comics and the Arrowverse simultaneously, as highlighted by the recent crossover between cinematic and television superheroes.
Is this cosplay? Oh, do you want a selfie, bro?
In its 80 years of existence, the Flash has become a central character in the DC universe, around whom significant storylines and timeline reboots are often built. He stands out as one of the most vivid superhero figures in pop culture.
I'm not Sheldon, I'm the Flash. And now I'm going to the Grand Canyon to scream in frustration. I'm back.
Regardless of who is behind the legendary Flash mask, he always delivers what fans have come to love: speed, dedication, and an unwavering belief in justice. At the end, I want to say that I took the idea and script for this video from the Kino Puesque YouTube channel. I really enjoyed their film analysis, so I wanted to adapt their videos for an English-speaking audience.